Hello, hello, and welcome back to the channel. Okay, you guys, today we're going back inside the dressing room, and the dressing room we are going into today is Nordstrom Rack. Nordstrom Rack is the off-price division of Nordstrom, so it carries a mix of clothing, shoes, accessory, beauty, home, and designer pieces at discounted prices. According to Nordstrom, the rack is meant to offer up to 70% off brands sold at Nordstrom, with new arrivals coming in regularly. The first Nordstrom Rack opened in Seattle in the 1970s as a clearance center for Nordstrom merchandise, and it's since become a big part of the Nordstrom shopping experience, especially for people who want to access higher end or familiar brands at lower prices. So today I'm going in store to see what their selection looks like right now, what kind of brands I can find, what kind of price points I can find, and what things are going to look like on my mid-sized body. For reference, here are my measurements. I'm usually a size 12 or 14, large or extra large. I'm pear-shaped because my rib cage is narrower than my hips, and so things, you know, fit me in that way. I feel like I've done this spiel so many times. These are my sizes, measurements, sizes. You get it. But before we get into the actual dressing room try on, I want to pause and talk about something that makes or breaks a dressing room try on experience: what you're wearing under the clothes. And thank you so much to Under Outfit for sponsoring this portion of today's video. I feel like a dressing room video is the perfect time to talk about this because sometimes I'll try something on and be like, I don't like this. But it turns out the actual problem was just what I was wearing underneath. Not wearing the right bra or the right layering piece can really decide whether or not I like something. In these dressing room videos, I'm usually grabbing like such a random assortment of things: some dresses, some tops, maybe something strapless, maybe something clingy, maybe something that looks amazing on the hanger but then not so much. It doesn't live up to the expectations once it's on me. But having good undergarments on underneath gives me a better sense of if the clothes are going to work in my actual life outside of the dressing room. So for today's try on, I'm going to be wearing a few pieces from Under Outfit that are very practical and necessary. If you saw my birthday vlog, then you've seen me try these on before. I have been wearing them ever since, and they have been working so fantastically, so let me tell you about them again. First, there are the thigh protectors. These cooling thigh protectors are made to wear under dresses and skirts to help prevent thigh chafing, which is great because I almost always end up trying on at least a few dresses in these videos, and I love a dress, but I don't love the feeling of my thighs rubbing together all day. These have a 6-inch inseam, so they give that inner thigh coverage without feeling like a full shapewear short. It's a great lightweight layer that helps with friction and makes dresses easier to wear in real life. And that's really important because something I try and remember in dressing room videos is this has to look good forever outside the dressing room, not just for 30 seconds under fluorescent lights. The thigh protectors make dresses feel more realistic for me when I'm in the dressing room because they're solving one of the biggest problems that I sometimes avoid wearing dresses and skirts for. The second piece I wore is this strapless bra, which I'm super excited to have for this kind of video because I swear every time I do a try on, I find something with spaghetti straps or a strapless neckline, and immediately I have the thought, damn, this would have been really great if I had the right bra, and historically I simply have not. This strapless bra is wireless. It has built-in cups for shape and support. It has anti-slip bands to help it stay put, which is awesome because I don't need a strapless bra that technically exists but slowly migrates down my body throughout the day. I need it to stay exactly where I put it, which this one does. Having a comfortable strapless bra also makes me more willing to try different necklines. I wore this bra through most of the fitting room today because whether it's strapless, halter, spaghetti straps, or just a funky neckline, this bra pretty much works for everything. The third piece that I've been wearing a lot in my regular life is this perfect neckline bra. This is definitely more of an everyday option. It's seamless, lightweight, breathable, and lightly lined, so it's the kind of bra that I like to wear under t-shirts, casual tops, and everyday outfits. I got mine in this really pretty blue shade, which I know is not the most practical under fitting room clothes, but it is really cute and I stand by it. What I like about these pieces is that they're not trying to create like a new insecurity. They're solving very real, very boring problems that, I don't know, I at least have whenever I'm getting dressed. Chafing, uncomfortable bras, annoying necklines, and outfits that just don't work because oftentimes the underlayer is wrong. But these pieces from Under Outfit are solving all of those problems. So as we get into this try on, this is my little reminder that sometimes the answer is not that your body is wrong or that the clothes are wrong. Sometimes it's just that the foundational layer is not doing its job. So thank you once again to Under Outfit for sponsoring this portion of today's video. I have a 15% off code and my link down in my description, and I will have that down there for you to check out if you are also trying to make your summer clothes actually wearable and not just cute in theory. Okay, so let's go to Nordstrom Rack. Here's the thing about Nordstrom Rack. When I was a teenager, I worked in the mall. You guys are gonna be absolutely blown away to hear this, but I worked at the Disney store, actually at the outlet mall. So in New Hampshire, there's a lot of outlet malls, and I worked at the Merrimack outlet malls, for those of you from New Hampshire, and the Disney store, which I actually believe has been shut down since I worked there, but there was a Disney store, and there's also Nordstrom Rack in that mall, and on my break, I would go shopping, obviously, so I've been to a Nordstrom Rack many times. It's kind of one of the reasons I've been avoiding going for this series, because I know it's dangerous for me. I've bought a lot of stuff at Nordstrom Rack over the years. Yeah, I think it's a great, you know, it's like high-end discount. It's great stuff. The reason I'm going to Nordstrom Rack today is because it is one of the voted on dressing room videos for this month. My patrons get to vote for 2 dressing rooms that I will go into every month, and this was one of the ones that won the vote. The other one that won the vote this month is American Eagle, so you can look forward to checking that out later this month. Hit subscribe. Anyway, let's get into the outfits I tried on. Outfit 1 consists of this Reformation tank in a size large for $59.97, made of dead stock 95% polyester and 5% spandex. I paired that with these Levi's 501 mid-rise shorts in a size 32 for $49.97, made of 99% cotton and 1% elastane. Starting with the top, this top is really cute. For some reason, the chest panel was lined, but the other segments were not, and they were pretty see-through. I thought it was an interesting design, cute, really stretchy. The straps are adjustable. The elastic bands throughout the torso go all the way around, and they are pretty stretchy. I think it's a really interesting, unique, and different fun take on a peplum top. And it had this nice cute lace detail at the top. It was giving Reformation in that it was just like a little bit below the quality that I would expect for the price that these things usually are. That being said, it was cute. I liked the color, and even though it was a little sheer and flimsy for the discounted price, it was okay. Certainly not something I would purchase, but there was a lot of Reformation at Nordstrom Rack, which was, I don't know, it's been many years since I've shopped at Nordstrom Rack, so I don't remember there being a lot of Reformation in the past, but there were full racks of it, which, having just recently gone to a Reformation and knowing how overpriced they are in general, felt like it could be interesting. If that's a brand you wanted to try, it could be an okay place to start maybe, or at least to go try things on. And then moving on to the shorts, obviously they are too small for me. I did think that these were a great price for Levi shorts, but of course these don't fit. This was my size the last time I tried Levi's, but obviously it's not anymore. They did not have any bigger sizes available in the store, so unfortunately I couldn't try a size up, but from what I could feel from these shorts for the very short period of time they were on, they had a really nice button fly. Not my favorite style, but the hardware was good quality. You know, mostly what you would expect from Levi's, and I liked the length, but obviously, there's not much more I can say. Outfit 2 consists of this The Good Journey dress in a size 12 for $59.97, made of 80% rayon and 20% nylon with a 100% polyester lining. This dress was so freaking cute. I'd never heard of this brand before, but I genuinely almost bought this dress. This is such a great vacation and summer piece. I'm literally so obsessed with it. I love the double strap look. It was a true maxi dress, and it went all the way down to my ankles, but it wasn't too long. I'll say that I am 5'8", so I think I'm on the taller side for women, so if you are shorter, that could be something to note. The dress had no pockets and not a lot of adjustability, to be honest, but this size 12, happened to fit my body really well. I did have to zip into it, but it zipped really easy. I don't know, you guys, I loved the fabric so much. This design is so cute. It's what drew my eye to it on the rack, and I loved it. I was so comfortable. I was so happy in this dress. Like, I'm almost like, oh, should I just bought it? But it was quite, you know, I mean, still $60. Outfit 3 consisted of this Vero Moda sweater top in a size large for $34.97, made of 60% cotton and 40% polyester. I paired that with these Good American jeans in a size 14 for $69.97, made of 67% cotton and 33% lyocell. Starting with the sweater top, listen, it's cute. It fit me well. The size large was correct. The knit of this was very open, and so obviously it was see-through. You would want to wear, I guess, like a tank or some kind of cute bralette underneath it, I think. I'm not exactly sure. I know these sweater tops are very, very popular. I saw a ton of them in the store. I've seen them all over as I've been doing this series, you know, but I like them, and I think some of them work better than others, but I'm not exactly clear. What do you guys wear under a top like this? I'm very curious to hear. Anyway, this top had a little button design in the front, which was strictly aesthetic and not functional. I loved this color. I love the scalloped edges on the neckline. Listen, I thought this shirt was really cute. I just really haven't found a piece in this trend that really feels like it's for me. And this piece would be a part of that. I did not really feel like it was for me. But moving on to the jeans, these jeans were so comfortable and cute. So I have tried Good American a few times in the past. I've done 2 videos on Good American in the last 2 years. And so I know I do have some experience with this brand, and historically I have been impressed. Honestly, I think if I need jeans, that I would consider getting a pair of Good American jeans from Nordstrom Rack, because the only problem really, I mean, I've had some problems with pieces here and there, but the biggest problem I've ever had with Good American jeans is just that they're very expensive. But as I kind of expected, these fit great. There was a little bit of room in the waist, but it wasn't egregious. The one weird thing about these pants was that the front pockets were really shallow, but very wide. So the pocket itself went all the way into the zipper. It was really weird, but I love the acid wash look. I'm not like a huge fan of intentional distressing, but it's definitely not a deal breaker for me in any way. Honestly, the best thing I have to say about these jeans is that they felt like the best value for quality of anything I tried on at Nordstrom Rack. Like, I know Good American jeans are pretty decent quality, and I've always had a great time trying them on and wearing them. Not a bad price for a decent pair of jeans. Moving on to outfit 4, which consists of this waif gingham top in a size large for $29.97, made of 91% polyester and 9% rayon, paired with these matching waif gingham shorts in a size extra large for $34.97, made of the same fabric composition. Starting with the top, I feel like I've said the word cute 1,000 times in this video, but this top was really cute. It had nice details in the tie-up sleeves and the high square neckline. I've seen a lot of square necklines this year. Square neckline seems to be the more popular one for the summer. This was the first like high square neckline I've seen, and I really thought it was cute. I love the pattern on the fabric. The fit overall was a little boxy and square, and I'm not exactly sure what the pleats at the bottom, on the front or the back, were meant to achieve. They didn't feel like they added to the shape, and I didn't really love the look, but I do think it was just kind of a design choice. So I don't know. The fit of this was good, but the material is of course pretty see-through. So cute, but I would say mostly mediocre. And then moving on to the shorts, they had similar material issues to the top, but the see-through quality of them was even more apparent since my underwear were a darker color than my bra. The elastic around the waist was really thin, but it was stretchy and it stayed in place really well the whole time, so I can't complain about it too much. I do like the length of these shorts, and if they were a better, thicker material, I think I would be interested. Of course, they also had no pockets except for this like one tiny butt pocket, which I can't imagine actually functions that well. It was more for design, I think. So in general, I feel kind of the same about the shorts as I do about the top. Meh. And finally, moving on to outfit 5, which was this Reformation dress in a size 12 for $149.97, made of 100% linen. Oh my god, this dress is so cute. There's the cute word again, but I can't help it. I love the fabric. Okay, so the design on the material is really cute, but it was also just like a really nice, high quality feeling heavyweight linen that felt durable. It wasn't see-through anywhere. The zipper in the back of this dress was the best quality hardware I felt in the whole video of any piece I tried on. I love the design with the corset style bodice and the flare skirt. The length of this dress was good, where it still felt and looked like a mini dress, but my butt was not even close to being in danger of showing. It had nice deep pockets that you don't usually get on a dress like this, and they didn't interrupt the silhouette of the dress at all. The straps were thick and everything just felt really well constructed. This is the quality that I frankly expect for the price point for something like Reformation. I was dying with how great this dress was, but unfortunately the bust and the straps were just way too large. This is just like a pear-shaped person problem, but yeah, this dress absolutely did not fit my top, and there was no adjustability, so it would just need to be altered. I would need to take it to a tailor, which is not the end of the world. I think it's a great thing to take your clothes to the tailor, but it did stop the dress from being perfect on me and for me today in the fitting room, and it was like such a bummer on what was otherwise like perfect dress. I don't know if I would have bought this dress regardless, because it was still $150 and I don't need a little mini dress that bad, but damn, it was so cute. And this is literally the quality that I expect from every Reformation piece because of the price point, and yet it's rare, but it does happen. They do have good quality stuff every now and then. But yeah, go to Nordstrom Rack. They had so much Reformation, you guys. And that is everything I tried on at Nordstrom Rack. I mean, I could do 100,000 videos there. There's so many clothes, like so much stuff. It took me like almost 45 minutes to pick out the clothes that I did pick out, because I was just having so much fun just like perusing through the racks. Like it was just, ugh. I also haven't been to a department store in a while, and I was like looking, I didn't buy anything, but I was like looking at the jewelry and looking at the bags, and I was just having a good time. So thank you guys for voting for this. If you're my Patreon and you voted for this one, because I had fun and I think we got to see some cute pieces. Obviously we had some fails, but some wins, and overall it was good to be back inside a Nordstrom Rack. Let me know, you guys, how do you think I did? What is your experience at a Nordstrom Rack? Was there anything that I messed up or could have done better, or Am I missing? What do you guys think? And that's all I got for you guys. So thank you so much for watching this video. It means the absolute world to me. If you're new here, please hit subscribe. It helps me out a lot and I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you once again to Under Outfit for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you, bye.